Hi Corey, I'm going to try to talk loud through a mask and the noise that is in the plant. So I'm starting inside the cage. Here's the dock door, but I'm at this, not at the extreme end, but I'm at this other corner end here. So we still need to trim about 3 feet off of this to make it essentially parallel with the I-beam there. So I've got to get with you and with beam team to see how we can do that. I essentially want this wall to move in 3 feet and be in line with the I-beam. The dimensions are in line with what was on the CAD that's provided by Folding Guard, but they're worried that this wall is going to be inevitably struck by a fork truck and bring it down. So along this wall, Deb preferred to have the flow racking systems for not just fasteners, but also anything else that might be able to fit. She's thinking more of the square size boxes like this, with obviously fastener boxes there. But even boxes like these that are pretty prevalent throughout the plant. This box is 15 inches by 24 inches by 12-ish, maybe 18 wide. But you can see there's a lot of these that they say they don't have to get it into flow racking, but they are trying to encourage the FIFO system, and the flow racking obviously would help with that. I do assume though, with flow racking, if we're going for a FIFO type system, here's more of those same boxes right here. If we're going for that kind of system, we probably would want to have space at the back to load the new stock as it comes in. Because as you can see, and as you saw in the video, and one thing I brought up with Deb, right now there's just so much stuff that's coming in, and most of this existing racking, as you can see, is pretty full. So I asked, does everything have a home today? And she says most everything does. The biggest problem is the way that they've been ordering in the past. They don't have a great system of ordering at optimal levels, right? So they've typically ordered heavy to make sure, hey, we've always got it on hand no matter what. And they're trying to shift away from that long term. This pallet racking, she said she would like to keep. This is isolated pallet racking. I'll see about getting a measurement on it. Basically all the blue pallet racking she wants to keep, with the exception of this one. Now, she technically wants to keep it, but she'd like to have it relocated because, as you can see, the cage here, even though we've got a couple sections that still need to go up, there's not a way to actually walk in this space because of the way that the cage is positioned. So I should also mention, I just walked through the 4-foot pedestrian door. In this area and in the area to the left of the pole and kind of behind it, ideally that would be pretty much all production parts. So anything where you see these Amesbury Truth boxes, the fastener boxes, anything used for production would be back in that area. She does want to keep the pallet racking that's in place here. As you can see, we do have like some janitorial stuff back here on this back one, but got fastener racking here. That would probably be great candidates for flow racking. These Amesbury Truth, these are the big boxes, and in my 5 years here, it seems like there's always a ton of these that are on the floor. So I'm not sure with the existing pallet racking, even if we take away things like this janitorial and that janitorial, I'm not completely convinced there's enough pallet racking to hold like all of these size boxes. There may be. When we get things like fasteners pulled out, that opens up some space. I don't know that we could actually add on to this. She did stress again, anything, they want to keep as much at human level as possible and try to avoid overstock. But she is comfortable, putting overstock toilet paper and paper towels and those kind of things in here. So The majority of this space is production parts. Here's again some things that probably could go in floor racks. So she wants all the production parts kind of at the what I'm calling the back end, and then this space here that currently has just pallets upon pallets of stuff. This is where she'd really like to put the MRO, PPE, anything that's not production. She'd like to utilize this space and racking and shelving in this space to house and organize and store those items. Hope that makes sense.